speed study from Little Prairie Road last fall, and while it was mildly fresh, reached out to our friends up in the county, both highway and sheriff, and discussed with them this project and said, hey, you know, are there possibilities to coordinate for additional, you know, additional tours of enforcement, so to speak. And they said, sure, when the time comes, let us know and we'll see what we can coordinate. So fingers crossed on that for speed and everything else fun that goes into it. Just knowing that, yes, we did have people doing 73 miles an hour, both directions on Little Prairie Road multiple days when we had the speed loop going. So, long-winded answer to the answer being yes, but not specifically flagging traffic.
And they said what size trucks? Will they be 18-wheelers or smaller?
There will be some flatbeds, yes, with the skids of the panels on them when they bring it to the site. Okay. But not like 18 trips a day. It's like 6 semi-loads worth of equipment, and that would be.
Now when those trucks egress and leave, same route back on Little Prairie up 3rd Street?
Yep.
They can't try to make that turn.
Okay. Good luck to them if they think they're gonna.
Yeah. But, okay. That's still, going in, they're just driving on the same side of the road and turning up in there, coming back. I still think it's a safety issue because they have to come take a left turn, and semi-trucks take a long time. If somebody comes over that hill when that truck's coming out, can they egress and leave down Tower to Young Road in the village?
Well, they could. The problem, the problem really actually becomes not so much the section between Tower and Tamarack. They would likely take Tower to Young and Young to Tamarack and Tamarack back into the village. The segment between the segment between Tamarack and H, I don't think is really a very safe route for a 53-foot flatbed trailer to go on, just because of the curves and hills and narrowness of that road. I honestly think Little Prairie is probably the best option in the big picture of things if they were to set up easterly at the top of the hill with a spotter truck, so that whoever knows there's traffic.
Well, I'm fine with that as long as they're willing. Absolutely, I'm fine with that. Keeping the route that way as long as they've got the people up there.
Yeah, and obviously they don't want to put somebody in harm's way either.
Yeah, we'll want to make sure we get that in the. Yeah. So, anything else on that?
No.
Questions? Anything on that issue? Okay. 4A, action on a request from Blue Spring Lake Ski Club for temporary alcohol beverage license, Class B beer only, for the Blue Spring Lake Ski Club event to be held on June 27th of 26th. Request for beverage operator's license for Lucas Palmyra.
So this was submitted to the town, and I reached out in December and asked the ski club to provide us with a certificate of insurance, which they did in January. They did not do this event in 25, but they did in 2024. Pretty much same deal. So I would move to approve the temporary alcohol beverage license for the Blue Spring Lake Ski Club event to be held June 27th, 2026, and to approve the beverage operator's license for Lucas Palmyra.
Second. Roll call.
Gajewski.
Aye.
Martins.
Aye. Opposed? Okay, motion passes. Okay, 5, old business 5. Update and possible action or direction on the town board order previously issued to Robert Cease, owner of W1317 South Shore Drive, Palmyra, Wisconsin. Order required property owner to remove debris from the property. He has not done so, therefore he is in violation of the prior order from the town board. Jonathan, where do we stand? steps. And do we know how much he, because we used to daily fines, or weekly fines, whatever it was.
It's in Jonathan's letter, was it $25, Jonathan?
It went up to $25 starting January
Have we
1st.
kept a running total? Do we know
No.
how much that is?
Nope, I have not,
Okay. We will need
but
to
we can
probably
count,
do that.
we can figure that out.
What are our next steps? What are we legally able to do?
Based on the board's prior decision, you also had given them until January 31st for the wood portion cleanup. The other nuisances on the property, if those weren't cleaned up, the January 1st, $25 begins. One thing that I was hoping Michelle would be able to maybe help me track it down. I think Frank had given me a hard copy of the ordinance 90-1
I can do
at one point. So just to review to make sure that personally, I think the best option, as long as it's permitted through the ordinance, is to do it by a special charge, which essentially the cleanup and the penalties that he's accrued could be levied against his property as a special charge, and then essentially collected like a property tax, and would become a lien on the property. I think that's the most effective way of getting any sort of payment from him. I think at this point you could go forward with a motion to have a third party go onto the property and clear or go through the abatement of the nuisances, save for the tree, since he has until January 31st technically to do that, or wait and have it all, wait until after January 31st passes so that you can just do it all at once, saying none of this has been complied with. We are going to make a motion to have a third party go in there, clean up the property, and essentially bill him through, I'll confirm it, a special charge.
Is that something that has to be bid?
That would not have to be bid, no.
Okay. What's the, I was gonna say worst case scenario for him. I'm just trying to understand the big picture. Let's say he continues to not comply, doesn't pay the bill. What is ultimately the furthest the town can go?
Well, there would be a few options besides the special charge. There, you could bring a lawsuit on behalf of the township against him for the cost of cleanup. You could even go as far as, well, I'll have to double check what I was about to say, but lawsuit or assessment against as a special charge, or a special assessment against the property, and therefore it being a lien upon the property.
And I certainly wouldn't want to do this. Can the town force the sale of the property to recoup whatever charges?
No, I'm not aware of any forcing a sale. I don't think would be possible, but if the property were to be sold and there's a lien against the property, then any lien would have to be cleared after the sale.
Guess we'll take it one step at a time. What happens? My personal opinion on it is we're only a couple weeks away from the 31st anyway, so I would rather, my opinion, just wait till after the 31st and then the February meeting, take it up and take the next step there. What are your thoughts?
I would 100% agree with you.
And
Likely to be two different companies, tree removal, if you want to call it that. Maybe not, depending on the scenario. But
Is it, do we want to send him another letter reminding him?
yes, and I
forcefully.
I did some. I have a hunting app that kind of helps me out with tax addresses, and his tax address is a location in the Eagle, because I sent the letter to the 1317 North Blue Spring Drive, and it was returned to sender due to no mail receptacle to put the letter in. So I think if we were to send a letter, I might send send the letter to the address he has listed as his tax address of the location in Eagle, in hopes that maybe he'll get it there. And just to be clear, I believe the correct address is 1317 North Blue Spring Drive. I see on the agenda it's listed as South Shore Drive, but I did confirm it that it is the North Blue Spring Drive location that he owns.
Can we send it the letter, whether it's certified or registered, I don't remember which it is, where signature is required?
Yes.
No, that begs the question, can we take any action on it, seeing as it wasn't, or is this a scrivener's error on the agenda?
We can, because it informs the public sufficiently as to what issues being addressed.
Gary?
Just to be clear, it's only letter as far as communication, there hasn't been any verbal?
He was at a
From him
meeting
or
when
to
we
him?
initially did it.
The initial order he was present for.
Right, but after that, nothing verbally from him at all?
Can we, obviously we can't force it, but can we, in the letter, request he attend our February meeting?
Sure, whatever you want into the letter, and then someone can make a motion as to what you want to be contained in the letter that I would send.
I make a motion that we have Jonathan send a letter to Mr. Cease, following up the prior letter, and send it to his Eagle address, certified, so that there's a signature, and to include reminding him of the fines, etc., and what's going on, and asking him again to get this cleared up, and also requesting his appearance at our February town board meeting.
Do we have a date for that?
9th of February.
Do we have a second?
Thank you. Sandy calendar. I would second that motion.
Any further discussion?
Is there any other action that can be done if he refuses to sign the letter acknowledging what he has to do?
We can move forward.
Hmm?
We can move forward.
Yeah, I'd asked that already, that's,
Okay.
our third party.
Our olive branch is coming in the form of certified mail.
If he doesn't sign that, so what?
Very short olive branch. Okay, this roll call?
It's at least,
No?
it's at least 5 miles long.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All opposed? Motion passes. That's, yep. Do we have a motion for adjournment?
I would move to adjourn.
I would second that. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Meeting is adjourned. Thank you, everybody. Stay healthy.
Thank you, Mr.